Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you've never been here before. Today's video I'm going to be using the company HNB Cosmetics. I've used a couple of their products before, but I got a new product and I thought, why not try how they all use together, and you can have a look what you think. I'm also filming another video at the same time as this, so if you see the same outfit and my same hair and the look again, I'm filming a review on an eyeshadow palette, so if you'd like to check that out as well, please subscribe because it'll be up after this one. But yeah, let's get into the video. The Ordinary foundation, and put that everywhere. I normally put my foundation. I have left it on the top of my nose and under my eyes because that's normally where I put my concealer, and I don't like too much product sitting on top of each other, so I try and leave that out. I normally contour my nose, so I normally do it a lot lighter because once I've contoured it, it normally does go quite darker, so it's a little bit easier. HNB Cosmetics Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer. The company is actually owned by Holly, and she is beautiful. She is like so stunning. Like, she is more of a matte bronzy look, so if you really like a bronzy glow or like quite matte skin, these are probably the products for you because she always looks really flawless. So let's get into the products. I'll tell you a little bit about them. So this concealer is called Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer, and it's meant to be a creamy satin finish that is perfect for all skin types, formulated to give you a smooth, creaseless, picture perfect look. So this concealer does come in 18 shades. I will try and put like the swatches up here. They do like an arm swatch on different skin tones, and I looked at that swatch, I'll be completely honest, I looked at that swatches and I thought I was more of I think it was one, let me get it up actually before I say it wrong. I thought it was more of a warm W, which is like one warm, but then I ended up looking at another swatch as what they did, which I'll also put up here if I remember I know how to do it. Someone's face with the swatches on who was, I would say, around my skin tone, and that one looked way too warm, so I don't know, it was just the lighting, but the lighting was completely different in the face photo, so I actually ended up going for the lightest one, which is SFO, so the lightest one. So if you're paler than me, maybe this will be okay, maybe not, we'll see. It looks quite pale. I do like a light under eye, but this is very light. It has a very big applicator, and the product size is 15 grams, so quite a lot of product, and it does seem like the kind of product you don't need a lot of. I will literally do the tiniest bit on my hand so you can see how much I have put on my hand, and it is very soft, very creamy. Mind the glitter on my hand, and it spreads out lovely and still very full coverage. So I'm going to use that under my eyes. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see it. So I've gone and zoomed you in. I use my little palette mirror, and I normally just like to do like two little dots. So I normally do one here and then one here. So I'm just going to put a dot there. That looks way too much, but it's okay. And like a dot there. Doop, doop. It seems plenty. And I normally use that bit to go across my nose and everything. I might do a little bit on my chin, just to lighten that up. And there. I've had a little bit of a breakout near my chin area, so all here I've got quite bad texture, and same here, got a couple spots, and my forehead is always a mess. I literally adore this product. It is my second time buying it, and it's just beautiful. I use it in the fair shade. It really helps with my forehead, stop me getting lines, and I use it on my sides of my mouth and my chin because that's normally where it creases much. I also use it under my eyes, mainly on the side of my nose. because I'm quite more oily here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my Luxer Blender color changing sponge. She's a little dirty because I just did my foundation, but we're gonna go straight in. This is my first time using this product, so we will see. So far this seems to be a very good colour match. It's a little bit light, which I like, but not too much. I always bring the excess product over my nose because I don't put foundation on my top of my nose. I just find that concealer lasts a bit better. It's definitely a beautiful coverage. A very nice consistency. It doesn't feel too drying so far. Okay, so this is the area where it's kind of overlapping. So see how it plays with the foundation. So it blends in quite beautifully. It's not too, doesn't feel too cakey. So it definitely doesn't feel cakey. It looks really pretty. I think it's a nice colour. It's quite a pretty finish. What do you think? So I think it's quite nice. It's definitely like synced into the skin. Now I'm going to go in with my second product from this company, which is their bronzer. I sometimes do powder first, but I want to see how this product, the concealer, can deal on its own first without any powder, because it does say it doesn't crease, and I know a lot of people don't really like to put powder under their eyes or don't really like powder on their face in general. So I want to see how that will do on its own for a hot minute whilst I use their bronzer. So I got the bronzer in shade 02 Light Warm, and it's, as I read on her website, I believe there's super pigmented bronzer, creamy matte formula, long wear and suitable for all skin types, doesn't cling to dry patches, gives a flawless finish, and can be worn on top of foundation or directly on bare skin. I'm just going to put blush on real quick because it's a liquid and I want to give the powder a better shot. I'm just going to go in with Made by Mitchell's blush in Melon Sorbet, I believe it is. I'm just going to do a little bit. I just put some on the back of my hand because I don't want it too much. So I'm going to take it on a small brush because I saw someone recommend taking bronzer on a small brush. So we'll see what it's like. Yeah, so I'm just going to buff it. Don't mind my little snapped baby hairs. And this product does have quite a bit of fallout. I believe she said it's meant to be like less pressed than a normal bronzer. So you do get quite a bit of fallout. You just got to be a bit less heavy-handed, which I'm rubbish at. So I'm just going to buff that into the skin. So I'm thinking something like this. I think it looks quite nice. I'm just showing you the before and after. I normally do put bronzer on the tip of my nose, round it up a little bit, and under my lip. I would say with this product, go in quite light-handed first before you go very heavy. I definitely did that a little bit on this side, a little bit too heavy-handed, but I think just keep blending it out. Don't add more, don't try and make it dark, just keep blending and it will be fine. That's the concealer and the bronzer. I think it looks quite pretty. It's more warm. Once it looks all together, it looks fine. I know it looks a little crazy right now, but now I'm going to go in with their Soft Focus Loose Powder in the shade 01 Fair, and I'll just get a little bit of information about this powder. This is a lightweight formula, sets makeup and keeps makeup on all day. No flashback with photography, blurs pores and gives a flawless smooth under eye and base. They also do this in translucent, so if you don't like the colour pay it off. I also didn't say how many shades are in the powder and bronzer. So with the powder has 6 shades going from translucent up to deep dark, and in the bronzer there is 9 shades going from light to deep. If you're interested in any of these products, I will leave a link to the website below. I get nothing from that, nothing to do with me. I'll just put the link below. Right, back to the powder. I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender. I believe this is the Morphe one. I normally use this one, but she's gone through a bit of rough and tumble, so I thought I'd give her a break and do a good wash on her tomorrow and use this one because it has quite a interesting corner on it. So I normally get some powder on and I hit it in the top of here to try and get it off, as much off as possible, and I'm just going to tap that into the eye. I do not like this sponge. I'm not the biggest fan of this sponge. I have never had an issue with this powder. It seems to like have taken some of my makeup off. It could. So I'm gonna go back to my other sponge. Sorry, new sponge. I'm gonna try this one, see if it is the sponge. What's the problem? I'm gonna go in with my normal sponge, same thing, tapping it in the pot. And I'm just gonna go and do the under eye again. Yeah, 100% the sponge. No issue on this side. I'm just gonna start with the chin. Sponge, so that's how I normally use the powder. I normally let it sit for a minute. So that was the products from HNB Cosmetics. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then come back and give you my final thoughts. And yeah, so I'll be right back. And I'm back, and this is the finished look. I've just used the shimmer shade from this palette. I won't tell you which one, so you'll have to watch the other video to find out what shade I use for highlighter. I've just used the Sweet Tea liner from Morphe and the Kit Kat lipstick in 01. Doesn't have a name on here, just 01. That's what they look like. If you want to know what my eyelashes are, you'll have to wait for the next video, and I'll tell you right there. But anyway, final thoughts of this brand. I love this colour. Perfect colour for me. Not too light, not too dark. Blends out beautifully. You don't have to use much of the product, and it is a lot of product. 15 grams is perfect. So this retails at £16 on their website. I believe they also sell this at Be Perfect, so if you do have any codes or anything with Be Perfect, they also sell it there, but it is on the HNB Cosmetics website. I'll link it down below. I have no affiliates with this brand. I just want it easier for you to find if you really like the product. For the bronzer, which was the second product I used, I really like this bronzer. I would like to get it in a different shade, because I do think for certain looks it's a little bit too warm for me. So I'd like to get it in the shade 1, I believe it is, which is just light. I think it looks a bit more of a neutral. So I'd like to buy it in that one, but this one retails at £14. So definitely not too bad for a bronzer. Like I said, it is lightly pressed, so it does come off a little bit easier. And you don't have to dip into the product too much. Sometimes, like when you get a product and you like get your brush and you're like swirling into it like high heaven, it can be dead annoying and you feel like you're getting free product like nothing. that is a beautiful product. 100% amazing for a glam look, but I do definitely want to get in a different shade just for like my more everyday looks and more vibrant looks. I just think I like more cool toned and I don't want it clashing too much, but a beautiful colour, and I do think it worked well on my complexion. I'm quite pale. I wouldn't say I'm the palest person on the earth, but I'm quite pale. Just for reference, in the Ordinary foundation, for the coverage foundation, I'm 1.0N, which is very fair. So if you're anywhere on the line near me, this is a beautiful colour. I do think even if you was a little bit darker than me, this would be gorgeous. Maybe if you was lighter than me, I wouldn't go for this one and go for the light, unless you like that very warm bronzer. For my favourite product in this whole collection, only because I've bought it twice now and I literally could not live without this. It's so beautiful and it's really light and it doesn't feel like too overwhelming, and my skin still feels like it can breathe. So 100% you need it. I will be linking this one at the top of the list, and this one is £13.50. It's an amazing deal, I do think. You can also get in translucent. Like, a bit worried that it'll be too light for you or too dark for you, I would go for the translucent. It is their best seller, but they do go up to a deeper shade. I will try and put some photos of like their swatches, or like a picture of their deeper skin tones and the lighter skin tone, so you have like some idea if these products will be good for you. Yes, would I recommend them? 100%. I love this. 100% this. 100% this. I will be using this in a lot more videos, so you'll get more of my review as I use it. I definitely want to see how it is with flash, because this is great with flash, never had an issue. But they do say this is fine, but because it's quite light, I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. This is also beautiful if you are one who likes her bronzers and like their bronzers are quite intense, or just like the more warmth to their face a lot easier, instead of having to dip in 100 times. She got you. But yes, anyway, so would I recommend the brands? So far I have loved their products. The only things I haven't tried out is probably their lipsticks, and I believe they did a palette, but I think I missed out on the palette. From this brand so far, I'm loving it. I can't wait until they come out with new stuff. To be honest, I really want a foundation, so we need a foundation, but I love the brand. 100% recommend. And yeah, so I will link them down below for you so it's a bit easier to find. I have no affiliate links whatsoever. Wish I did, but I don't. So I'll link them down below. Anyway, if you like this eye look, please check out my next video. It'll be coming along shortly after this one. If it's already out, I'll link it down below. If it's not, please subscribe and like this video. Let me know what you think of these products. Let me know if you're going to buy these products, and let me know if you've already bought them, what you thought, if you didn't like them or whatever. Comment down below what you liked from this collection and what things you might be purchasing. Love to see what you guys want to see next. But yes, please like, subscribe, check out the links below, and I will see you next time. Bye!